this afternoon's lesson. My name is Christelle Barnard, and today we will look at the fact, what is a fact, what is an opinion, and also what is ambiguity. So let's start off by looking at this sentence. Chocolate is the best food in the world. Now, some of you might agree with that, but some of you might disagree. So now you have to ask yourself, is there anything that you can use to prove this true or to prove that it is false? Now, as I've already said, some of people will say, yes, it is the best food, but some people will say no. So the answer will be determined by personal preference. So it's not that there is evidence, that there's proof for it. It's just personal preference, what every person prefers. Right, let's look at this sentence. All teachers are boring. Now, you have to think of all the teachers you've ever had in your life, all the teachers in the whole world. Now you ask, do you know every single teacher in the whole world? Do you know every teacher? And can this be proven true or false for every single teacher in the world? And the answer is no. There's no concrete evidence that can prove it. And that is it's based on personal feelings. And that's why we call that an opinion. Another example is the following. I want to show you the difference between the two. Chocolate is the best food in the world. Now, again, remember in the first slide we had that and we said that there's no concrete evidence to prove that that is true for every person. Some people will say yes, some people will say no. It depends on their personal preference. But if you look at the three sentences on the right, the first sentence is chocolate is made from cocoa beans. Now, if you go onto Google or you go to the library and you go and take a look at what are the ingredients for chocolate, how chocolate is made, you're going to see that it is made out of cocoa beans. Cocoa powder comes from cocoa beans. So you can prove that. So that is a fact. Now, the next sentence says, most chocolate contains sugar. So once again, you can go and do research and you will find evidence of scientists that has looked at what is in chocolate and that they say that most chocolate contains sugar. The last one is the first solid chocolate bar was made in 1847. So again, you can go to Google, right? And you can go and search the first chocolate bar. And there you will get information. I've shown you there at the bottom of the screen on the right-hand side that I went to do research, that I've gone to do research to find out this information so that there's evidence to prove that. So now what's the difference between the sentence on the left and the three sentences on the right? Now, the three sentences on the right, all of them are true. Why? Because it can be proved. There's evidence for it. We can go and do research and we can find evidence. So that's why we say that these three sentences are facts. But this sentence on the left, there's no evidence that it is the best food in the world, that all the people in the world agree that it's the best food in the world. And so because it's based on a personal feeling, we call that an opinion. So there you have the difference between what is a fact and what is an opinion. So let's see, what is a fact? The definition is, a fact is something that can be proven true or false. In other words, you can go and do research and you can find scientific or statistic evidence for it. Are the following sentences facts? The sun rises in the east. Now, every morning you're going to wake up, you're going to see that the sun rises in the east. This is a scientific fact. South Africa has 12 official languages. Now, some of you might say, no, that's wrong. It's an incorrect fact because there are only 11 official languages. But last year, South African Sign Language was included as an official language. So there's proof of that. We can go and do research and we can find evidence. So that will be a fact. The last one, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Now, those of you who have natural sciences, I most probably would have learned this somewhere along the way. So this is a scientific fact. So there's evidence for it. We can go and prove it. So there are examples of what is a fact. So a fact is something that can be proven to be true or false. Now, what is an opinion? Now, on the other hand, the definition for an opinion is it is a belief, it is a feeling, or it's a judgment. So it cannot be proven true or false. It is based on a personal feeling. All people in the world do not feel exactly the same about certain things. So that's why that will be an opinion, because people might differ. So let's see the following. Are the following sentences opinions or are they facts? Soccer is more exciting than rugby. Is that a fact? Some of you will say definitely yes, soccer is more exciting. Other people will say rugby is more exciting. So this is a statement based on personal feelings. So that is not a fact because there are different opinions about it. Spring is the best season. Some of you will say, yes, spring is the best season because things start growing and it's the promise of summer. Others of you will say, oh, we do not like spring because we get hay fever in spring. So different opinions, it's a personal preference. And the last one, English is a difficult subject. Some of you might say, oh, yes, it's very difficult. I don't like it. I struggle to pass English. But others might say, oh, no, I like English. English is very easy. So again, you have different opinions, people with different feelings. So there you have the difference between what is a fact and what is an opinion. So let's quickly see if you can distinguish in the following sentences if it's a fact or if it's an opinion. The first sentence is, ice cream is the most delicious dessert. So some people like ice cream, some people don't like ice cream. So because we cannot go and prove that, so it is based on a personal preference, a personal feeling. So we're going to say that that is an opinion. It's not a fact. A week has 7 days. Now, all of you can go to a calendar and then you can go and count the days. Monday to Sunday, 7 days. So there's proof for it. So that will be a fact. Music makes people happier. Now, most people like music, right? Some songs make you sad, make you feel sad. Some songs make you feel happy. Some people like music, other people don't like music. So again, we have different people who likes different things and it is not applicable to everyone. So you're going to say, no, that's not a fact. This is an opinion because there are different people who have different opinions. Number 4, Nelson Mandela was South Africa's first democratic president. So this is something that you can go and do research about. It's an historical fact. You can find evidence for it. So that will be a fact. 5, a triangle has 3 sides. So if you all go and draw a triangle and you count how many sides, you're going to see that there are 3 sides. So that there is evidence that that statement is true. And because there's evidence, we can say that it is a fact. Number 6, cats are cuter than dogs. Now, here we might get different opinions. Some people like cats more. Some people like dogs more. There are dog people or cat people. Now, again, there's nothing that we can prove. It's just based on personal feelings, personal opinion. So that's why we will say that that statement number 6, that will be an opinion. It is not a fact. And then the last one, reading is more enjoyable than watching television. Oh, now I know that most of you are going to say, no, watching television is more enjoyable. But there may be people who think that they like reading more. So again, we have different opinions, different people. It's based on their own preferences, their own feelings, their own likes and dislikes. So there's no scientific evidence for that statement. So that's why we will say that that sentence is an opinion. So let's recap. Right? Fact or an opinion. Remember, a fact is something that can be proven. Right? You can go and find evidence for it. An opinion is based on feelings or beliefs. It's personal, right? Personal preferences. But why is it important to know what is a fact or what is an opinion? Now, in a comprehension and sometimes in other exam questions, you may be asked, is the writer giving a fact or is the writer giving an opinion? So then you will have to ask yourself, can we go and do research about this? Can we go and try and find evidence? Will we find evidence for this? If that is the case, then it will be a fact. But if you know that some people will say yes, some people will say no, it's based on beliefs, different people's beliefs, then you will say no, it is an opinion. Or they might ask you, find one fact or find one opinion from the passage. So that's why it's important to be able to differentiate between what is a fact and what is an opinion. Right. Now in the next slide, I'm giving you the sentence, I saw her duck. Now I want you to think, make a mental picture. Think, what do you see when I say the sentence, I saw her duck? Now, there can be two possible things. The first thing can be, I saw her duck, then that duck refers to she was lowering her head to prevent herself from being hit by the ball. We call that action lowering yourself, lowering your head. We call that ducking. So if I say I saw her duck, I could refer to the girl on the left who was lowering her head, trying not to be beat by the ball. But it can literally means that there's a woman walking and I see her and she's walking with a duck. So there you have one sentence, but it can have two possible meanings. And if a sentence is like this, we call this ambiguity. We say the sentence is ambiguous, right? Because we don't know which one of the two is the truth. Another sentence, the chicken is ready to eat. Now, what do you hear? What do you see when you hear the chicken is ready to eat? Again, it can create two different pictures in your mind. It can be that your mom has prepared chicken and the chicken is cooked and it's ready to eat, like the picture on the left. Or it can be very strange and it can be that the chicken is literally ready. It's time for the chicken to eat, like the picture on the right shows. So is the chicken cooked or is the chicken hungry? So that sentence, the chicken is ready to eat, is a little bit ambiguous because the meaning is not clear. He fed her cat food. Okay, that's another sentence. He fed her cat food. He gave her cat food to eat. He fed her cat food. Now again, you can get two different pictures, right? Two different meanings. The one could be of a person giving the cat food, right? Feeding the cat. Or it can be of a person trying to eat the cat food. He fed her cat food. Okay, in this case, it's a she. She fed the cat food. Or in this case, he, the man, fed her cat food. Right. So there can be more than one meaning. He gave food to the cat, or he gave her some cat food to eat. The person ate the cat food. So that's also a sentence that can have more than one meaning. So we call that ambiguity. That's a difficult word, and I want you to look at it carefully. I want you to break it up into syllables. Ambiguity. Ambiguity. And ambiguity means it's a word, a phrase, or a sentence that can have more than one meaning. So if you have to be careful of using ambiguous sentences or words, because the person who reads what you are writing needs to be able to understand exactly what you are saying. Here's another example. I saw the man with the telescope. Now that seems fairly obvious and fairly easy, but now it can have two meanings. I is standing, saw the man with the telescope. So I looked through the telescope and I saw the man. Or it could be, I saw a man and this man had a telescope. I saw the man with the telescope. So there again can